Go.
Well, a pleasant good afternoon as we welcome you inside the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion for Senior Day here as the Division I West Virginia Mountaineers get set to face off against the second team in the division, the John Carroll University Blue Streaks. And it is a fun one this afternoon. Ian Murray, Andrew Kakey along here with you for the open. Richard Turkovich down there doing the senior stuff. He'll be back up here joining me on color this afternoon. Andrew will be back along with Rick Turkovich in the intermissions wise. But this D1 team coming off a big win last night against number 20 IUP, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Big one there for West Virginia coming into this one. What do you expect to see out of them?
Yeah, you know, they had a big win last night against, like you said, a ranked number 20 team. That's huge for them, but it was definitely a late night for them getting back. So they've got to come out ready to play. They might have gotten a little bit of sleep last night so they can try and be well rested for today, but it's going to be a hard one for them against what should be a good matchup today. It's going to be a good one.
Well, we saw this same thing the last weekend against Robert Morris, and this team came out firing that day, scoring 10 goals against the Duquesne Dukes just this last Saturday as well. After the road trip up to Robert Morris, getting back late again. So West Virginia going to look to do that same thing here on Senior Day. It is certainly going to be a fun one. But I mean, over on the John Carroll side of things, you know, second team in the division, this is another tough opponent.
I don't feel very good. I'm getting lightheaded. I'm my knee really hard. Keep going.
Apologize for that, folks. Retha and her stuff. Andrew Kakey not feeling great. So we will continue on. But for the John Carroll side of things, they're coming off a big win for their senior night last night and everything over the Duquesne Dukes as well. So it's going to be a fun one to watch here this afternoon. And with that, we'll come back with you for the senior introductions and the introductions of the starting lineups and everything. And then puck drop will follow right after that. like to honor our Division I seniors as they work to complete their final semester at West Virginia University. First senior hails from East Brook, Vermont, Pepe De La Quadre. Quadre will graduate with a bachelor's in sustainable food and farming. Joining this evening is his mom, Yurti. His favorite memory with his team is hanging out in the locker room and in the rink with the fellas. Quadre will like to thank his parents for always being supportive and pushing for me to enjoy hockey. All of his coaches for allowing him to figure out hockey while his crones. Graduation, De La Quadre plans to do some sick things and travel. Quadre would like to thank his teammates with final words of wisdom. Have fun. Next senior hails from Bartsville, Slovakia, Erhard Haban. Haban will graduate with a bachelor's in finance and economics. Him this evening is his roommate, Cozy, and roommate, Will. His favorite memory with his team was every time things went wrong and we still pretended like it was part of the plan. One would like to send big thanks to his parents for their support, his coaches for their patience, and his teammates for proving every day that we somehow function as a team. One would like to say thank you to the program for the opportunity and the memories, chaos included, and the fans who showed up, cheered loud, and believed in us, especially when we gave you no reason to. One leaves everyone with these final words of wisdom. Keep it simple, trust the process, and never forget your gear. Next senior hails from Buffalo, New York, Christopher Henry. He will graduate with a bachelor's in business administration, in marketing and communications. Escorting in this evening is Joe Henry. Henry's favorite memory was Sunday football with teammates. Henry would like to thank Coach Kutek, Coach Waz, and Coach Mike, along with his mom, dad, and brother, and all of his teammates. We would like to thank the organization and fans for making his college hockey experience memorable. And so let's hear it one more time for your 2020-26 Division I seniors. Well, and we welcome you up here now to the broadcast booth. Ian Murray alongside Richard Turkovich here with you.
Oh, yeah, I made my way back up here.
Yep, made our way back up here. Apologies for the rough intro there that we had. It was a bit chaotic trying to get everything figured out here with Senior Day here in the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion, and it is certainly packed here for the second straight weekend in a row. Here, West Virginia rocking the Euro jerseys once again. You have John Carroll over in the All Blues. John Carroll coming in second in the division, and we are ready to get this underway here. And the puck is down, sticks are down, and we are underway. As John Carroll starts out with possession of the puck, they'll tip it ahead. There's Poole with it. Poole will bounce it off the wall back to Cavelli. Cavelli will send that one deep. Avio now picks it up. He gets that up ahead. Now that's going to go all the way down the length of the ice there. It was tipped, no icing on the play. Here, taken away there, right in the center there, but then it's taken right back. Here comes Deacon now. Deacon makes his way, and his shot there went through the crease past Hall. A bit off stick of Poole. Poole will get it back though now. Poole shooting it on in on Lurch, and Lurch will make the save on that one. And now with that, we can get into our starting goaltenders for this afternoon's game. First for your West Virginia Mountaineers, it will be Zach Hall down the other end, and Brody Lurch getting the start in net for the Blue Streaks as Barber rips a shot right in on Lurch, and Lurch comes into this game, junior from Twinsburg, Ohio, 6'1", 185. He is 17 games played, 10-5 on the year, 3.76 goals against, and a 907 save percentage. As this one now into the corner and sent now behind the boards. There, West Virginia still in front there. Haban will send it to the slot there. No one is home though for West Virginia. So John Carroll will push it up ahead. They'll bring this one on in. They're looking to get things set up now. Barber has it now behind the net. Barber will get it up. Now there's Stouffer with it. This one's up, and it's going to go all the way down. Briggs is going to be the first one to get to it. Briggs will get up at its Brackett now. Brackett brings it in across the blue line now. Brackett giving chase. Rivelli, or Ushindi, apologies. Ushindi has it again. He gets that one up ahead to her. Her will send it down there. And John Carroll knocks the player down, causing to lose an edge. There, and that one's going to be shot in right on Hall. Hall will make the save. There, and that will draw for the whistle with 17:38 left to go.
Well, it's been a quick start for both teams, both directions. So we'll see how this develops later on.
Back underway here, John Carroll, Shindy will send it in. Right there to pick it up was West Virginia. Karen sent that across ice, but no one was home. So the Blue Streaks are back on it. Now it's a battle behind the net. John Carroll has control of it. They're out in front. It's loose, and West Virginia is able to clear up the rebound. Get as far as the blue line before it's kept in there for a moment, and then it's out. It's Deacon now. Deacon will send that one in beside Hall there. And West Virginia did up ahead there. It's Sokol. He lost it. Shindy picks it up. And that one almost taken away from the Mountaineers. There, John Carroll kept control, and they pushed it in. Hall behind the net to play. He sends it along the boards now. And it's loose back on the point. That one came right on in there. That was Figuera. John Carroll back to Valley. Shot now, and West Virginia picks it up. And here they look to come up ahead. That was just out of the reach of Shea there. Shea, the game winner last night in the shootout over IUP. And it's back now, Lurch out of the net. He will slow it down. John Carroll surveying, looking to push it up ahead. And they do there as Mitchell got crunched into the boards there from Haban.
And Haban's known to do that, using his size against some of these guys.
Haban will send it across there. That shot went wide there. Haban will pick up the rebound now. Haban, send it. One's now back. Barber, he'll send it on in. That one's wide of the net. Back over the point there. Went under Barber's stick there. Looked like Barber tried to shoot that one. There. This one's out of the reach now and all the way down. And it's going to be a tie-up right there in the corner. It's going to come loose there. It's loose right beside the net there. It's still loose. And Lurch is able to cover that one up.
I don't know
how whistle.
I don't know how that one didn't find a hole to go through. That was really interesting there. It was inside the crease. Man.
Yeah, they were poking at it and just couldn't find a hole as Lurch and the rest of the defenders from the Blue Streaks were in there.
Yeah, I don't know how that puck doesn't find a gap. I mean, there were so many bodies in the way.
Back underway now. John Carroll is able to win it, and they'll look to push it up ahead, but that one's going to be taken away by Schmidt before he takes the hit. They're now across the other side. It's Quinn. They're bound for it. Brings it on Hall. Wraparound opportunity, and they put it into the back of the net, just past the outstretched pad of Hall. And that's going to give the Blue Streaks a 1-0 lead here with 14:44 to go in the first.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there was that Hall was cheating a little
forward, but kept it for the moment. Davio gets great handle it all out of the crease. It's still loose. And I believe the whistle was thrown because the net got knocked off before the puck was put in it. So no goal, I believe, is the call on the ice.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give that one to him.
But, you know, it's the biggest crowd we've seen in the whole Saturday Pavilion.
But there was another situation where Carroll too far off to one side. He tries to get to the puck. Actually prevents a goal. But what he did, then comes back up in the center. He's a goal for John Carroll.
How did that not want to
This one. You know, I'm going to try not to be too hard on this team today because we played a very tough team last night. We played a very hard game late at night. And then you had to come here and play this one this afternoon. I don't blame you.
That one's going to be deflected into the back of the net just like that. 30 seconds later, about 45 seconds later, John Carroll has a 2-0 lead now.
And this one was just a good lead direction. The ball was on one side, but he did it in the direction that goes into the other side of the pitch. Like I said, because of the late night last night coming into this game and you played a very tough team, that went to overtime.
Yeah.
So
Went to a shootout and everything, and Shea with the game-winning goal. But, I mean, you also can't forget about how good Slogis was in that game either for West Virginia. This one's in, right in on Lurch. So that one's set through the blue crease. Barber has it again. His shot saved their rebound opportunity. It's still loose. Lurch was out of the net for a second. Still loose. Mountaineers being pinned to the ice there. Not allowing them to get up. The arms are staying down there. And this one's getting physical, as John Carroll has it down now at the other end. Here, we're battling for it. Henry now. Henry up ahead, it's Del Quadre. Quadre will leave it off there for Barber. Barber now. Barber brings it in, he wraps it around the net there. Back over the point, Briggs keeps it in, sends it back on down there. Briggs is going to shove it along towards the net, but that's is going to be picked up by Cavelli. And here comes Deacon now up ahead. Deacon is going to get that one stripped away from Woods. Woods now brings it on in. Woods will leave it across there, a little far out for Habban. Habban catches up to it. Then he's going to get crunched along the boards. And now we have a tie up behind the net there. And it's poked out to Deacon now. Deacon, he flips this one up ahead now. And battle for it right there by Hall. And Hall's just going to cover this one on up and draw for the whistle here with 12:23. Here's West Virginia Senate. Tried to get it out, could not clear it. And has it. Rebound opportunity across the other side, and they missed the net there. And Hall took a tumble, but West Virginia.
three bodies in the crease. They're still.
Another opportunity of West Virginia holding the guy's stick, it looks like, but being pinned down.
No, he just couldn't get the stick free there.
Yeah.
Nobody was holding each other. It was just one of them situations. Just happy they were able to get out of the way of Hall there.
Right out in front of Hall now. It is still loose. This one's going to go the corner there. It's picked up there by Cronin. Across there. And that one shot there from Tuggy. He couldn't put it in, though. Jay, he sent that one way wide. There, now we'll have a battle here. Back up to Shea. That one's going to be deflected. They're picked up. That was Glemkowski up ahead to Brackett now. Brackett tried to backhand it to get to his forehand. Didn't quite work. There's Davio, then gets tripped up. And they're offsides there. The arms stay down of the officials. I don't know how that wasn't a trip.
I agree with that one, Ian, because I think that the West Virginia player ran into the John Carroll player there.
Is still bound for now. This one up ahead. It's Poole now. He gets it across Davio, and Davio sends it all the way down there.
And partner, we're already halfway through the period.
Yeah, we are already halfway through the first period here. This one has gone by quick as Sokol is down fighting along the boards. John Carroll here, that's it. Hartz shoves on in across there and couldn't quite. The shot off there was Del Quadre. Here, back over the point now. West Virginia whips a shot. That one's going to be blocked out in front. John Carroll picks it up and goes the other way, and we are still having some hand fighting going on. There's Hartz providing the pressure. This one unable to kept in the zone there. The offside is John Carroll. The arm is down though. They're touch up. West Virginia now off the stick of Hartz. Now on off the stick of Del Quadre and all the way down. Wirtz played it from behind his net there, and right on in there was Shea. Laid the hit there, and then I believe that was Briggs who got knocked down. As Shea is in there fighting for it. Barber will send it down. Excuse me, that was Del Quadre there before, not Briggs. They're battling for it now. Fouls are in on it. They're still battling. They're still fighting it out over there in the corner there as the puck is being brought up the other side towards us, and now the whistle's going to be blown.
Oh, there's a wrestling match down there in the corner.
We're having a wrestling match down there in the corner.
That's Fowler, I think.
Yeah, Fowler.
We're going to have to.
There.
I have a feeling this one might. Somebody might be going to the box here.
Yeah, look to be Samuel Herr for the Blue Streaks. We'll have to see what's going to be.
And if somebody's going to go, I'd have a feeling it would be Fowler. I think they're only going to take one. No, they're going to take nobody here.
Yeah, nobody's going to go. It's going to be 5-on-5. We'll have to see. This is going to.
Not sure about that one.
We'll have to keep an eye as this game keeps going forward here.
That might progress into more than a wrestling match. Yeah, see, there's one.
Yep. Right on cue. That one sent right in. Oh, still loose out front, and it's still loose out in front.
Oh my goodness, he got a stick on it.
West Virginia is able to pick it up eventually.
He got a stick on it again.
Bond sent across there. Barber couldn't quite pick it up. There, Del Quadre tries to send it out, could not do it. As Henry now, he's just going to send this one all the way down the length of the ice. It was deflected, so no icing. There's Deacon now. Again, gets that one across. Their shot there, loose out front, but good defense there.
Yeah, that just
Stouffer
came through the blocker, and that was dangerous at best.
Battle for now. Here, Brackett pushes it ahead.
And you got to
John Carroll pick it up. It's strip matter.
You got to be impressed with the way John Carroll's played in this first period so far. They've just put relentless pressure on the West Virginia goaltender, and
Strip matter sent that one all the way down.
He had to come out that time.
Yeah, be able to beat icing though. Hard to come out a little bit. There's pucks now being bounced around behind the net there. John Carroll has it. It's Cronin. And that one will be taken away. Here comes Glamkowski. Glamkowski in on one, and he scores! Brandon Glamkowski. Caden Glamkowski puts one in the back of the net with 7:30. And that is going to get West Virginia within one here on Senior Day.
This all starts over in the neutral zone. Bad turnover from John Carroll way at the back for two defenders. And then after that, it was just Glamkowski off to the races. He goes forehand, backhand, stick handles, finds a way to make it inside that right side of the goal. And West Virginia's going to get one back.
Yeah, we talked about it last night. Now, got to capitalize on the mistakes. West Virginia certainly did there. There's this loose out front there. Hall makes the save. Back up to the point now. It's Greg. And Carroll pokes it right back in there. Right now, possession gets within one. And then just a few seconds later, you're back down two.
This is Zach Hall makes the save.
Heartbreak.
And he makes the initial save, but it trickles through his legs and then goes onto the post. And then it's inside the crease. Nobody knows where it's at, and John Carroll buries it. And that's going to bring him to 3-1. And if you're John Carroll, that's exactly what you want to do. You wanted to get that answer immediately. And John Carroll, that nice play from them and the Blue Streaks to get right back on top.
Back on top by 2. West Virginia now with the offensive zone face-off. They're tied up. It was Shea in there on the face-off. Del Quadre sends it behind the net there. Out in front, shot, saved there from Wirtz. Looks behind him, but he has it corralled.
Boy, this game's had a lot of offense early. Not just for John Carroll, who's got the 3 goals on the board. West Virginia taking a couple big stabs there at Lurch. This has been nice.
Shea unable to win that face-off there. West Virginia trying to take the puck away there, but could not do so. Deacon up ahead, he'll pass it behind him. They're bringing it in. Oh, left the net wide open. Well, luckily,
And Hall
West Virginia
so far out of the net to get that poke check, get that puck taken away.
Hartz centers it. Shot there, went wide. Habon picks it up. Habon will send it down for Hartz there. Hartz kick it along the boards there. West Virginia was making a defensive pair change. John Carroll will send it in, and they'll make a full line change there. And here comes the Mountaineers pushing it up ahead now. That one was off the stick of Woods and all the way down. Wrapped around Habon. That one go off his stick there, but gets it back up Schmidt. Schmidt, his shot there went wide.
They gave him too much space, and he was able to skate right into the slot area and then rip that shot.
John Carroll now with it from behind their own net. John Carroll surveying. The Blue Streaks look to push it up ahead here. Here, Puente couldn't quite corral it there for the Blue Streaks there. Woods trying to get possession of it. He does and gets it up ahead, but it's a little too far up for Habon there. Habon giving chase though. He leaves it. Center opportunity. It's loose.
Oh, what? And there was
no home there for West Virginia. No white jerseys or cream jerseys in sight. And shot there. Hall gets across to make the save.
Yeah, on that last one, West Virginia had it right on a platter, top of the crease. Just nobody was home to bury it, and that should have been 3-2.
A bit off the stick of Glamkowski and all the way down. Glamkowski and Brackett providing pressure up here. Davio will send it deep. West Virginia had to touch up first. Ushindi on with it. West Virginia trying to take it back. Could not quite get it. Here come the Blue Streaks. It's Poole now. Poole takes it away now. That's that one off the stick of Brackett now, right in on Lurch, and Lurch is just going to cover that one up as Brackett was charging towards the net.
Brackett and Ushindi.
Yeah, Ushindi and Brackett exchanging some words there.
I'm not sure who else was in there.
Words there. If you're Brackett there, you got to be careful here.
Now, Ushindi was holding his stick. Brackett wasn't happy with it. Which, you know, makes a lot of sense. Just don't want to lose your head this early in the game.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, Ian, this one's going to end up being pretty chippy towards the end.
It certainly will be. There's Malley, sends it in. Davio. Unable to get it. West Virginia tried to get it out, could not. John Carroll keeps it in there, and Indy then lost his stick there, and it's up ahead. They're bringing it right on in there, up ahead. That was McLaughlin. McLaughlin
Somebody's lost a stick.
Yeah, it's someone there from a blue streak. There, that was Zemrak. There's Hartz has it though now. He left it back now for Sokol. Sokol sends that one in and across, now kept in. That shot is going to be blocked out in front there. Shot came from Henry. The blue streaks are up ahead again. Henry able to deny that one to the corner and intercepted there from Shea.
And that's a perfect example of defense into offense. They block a shot and then get up on a 2-on-1. And the Blue Streaks will be very happy with that.
Hartz sends it out in front. There, now it's behind the net, and the whistle's blown.
I think the net might have come off.
That's the signal here from the referees. They pushed it back into place. 2:57 now left to go in period number 1. There's Del Quadre, or excuse me, that was Fowler.
Oh,
Haban batted it.
That rebound, it was batted out of the air. I think that was Haban that
Yeah,
got
it
a
was
piece of
Haban
it.
who batted it.
I don't know how that one didn't end up in the back of the net.
There, I believe Fowler lost his stick on that one, was able to kick it ahead, but the Blue Streaks have it. Doing sent now, and Schmidt has it. It's up for a bond. Now across it's Woods. Woods now brings it on in there. Sent back along there. Shot there from Davy out the point, did not go. This one's all the way up ahead. It's Martin. Martin there, he's going to get knocked off the puck, but somehow regains control. There's Martin, tries to center it there, but it's going to be taken away from Haban. Haban still has it. His shot there. Saved there from Lurch. John Carroll almost lost it. There's Stouffer, then ends up picking up in the neutral zone. It's down. Brackett is going to be the first one to the puck. Brackett, he gets knocked off the puck. There, and the puck is still getting bad around there in the corner. Stouffer in on it. Blue Streaks will send it off their own bench there, but Henry will send it right back into the Blue Streak zone. This one up ahead, but sent back there from Barber now. Plinta, he tipped it in there as Hall will leave it there for Barber. This one sent, tipped down, no icing. Lurch plays it for his teammates behind the net, still behind the net. Glemkowski right in there as we've reached the final minute of the first. Here, this one's sent. Glemkowski picks it up. Glemkowski has it. Glemkowski sends it across there. Hartz tries to corral in the corner. Couldn't quite do so as it's going to escape out. There's Plinta, couldn't quite corral as West Virginia has it back. Henry shot it in, but West Virginia was offside with 34 seconds left to go. Three to 1 your score here. John Carroll on top. Not exactly the start West Virginia won, but has certainly played better here in the second half. Shot there, saved there from Lurch as West Virginia has had plenty of chances so far this evening, just waiting for a couple extra of them to trickle into the back of the net.
Well, with 29 seconds left, you got to think you're probably going into the locker room down 2. And we've seen this team come back from being down 2 before, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went in there and had the attitude that we can get this done, just take it one shot at a time.
As John Carroll brings it up ahead, definitely don't want to let them score going into the intermission. This one's going to be all the way down, no icing. There's 5 seconds on the board, and we'll remind you again, we'll invite you to stay tuned. Rich Turkovich, Andrew Kakey, we'll be back on the air here in just a couple minutes talking about the first period on the Mountaineer Hockey Intermission Report. So with that, we will be right back here for the Intermission Report.
You didn't hear Welcome to the Mountaineer Hockey Network Intermission Report. I'll be your sole reporter for the intermission this game, Andrew Kakey. I would like to first preface, I'm so sorry for walking off right in the middle of our pregame report. I slammed my knee into the PC. Thought I was going to pass out, but we're all good now. First period, Mountaineers are down 3-1 at the end of the first period. It was a bit of a tough first period. Like I was able to say before I had to step off during our pregame show, Mountaineers had a late night last night. They did have a big win, like I said, against that number 20 ranked team. But they're probably going to be a little bit tired, a little lethargic today with this afternoon game. So they've got to look for how can we make ourselves better for the second period. It's all going to come down to getting shots on net. They've had the offensive zone time, but they need to capitalize on those. They need to get some quality shots on net. They need to be winning the battles in the corner. We don't want them to take any penalties that are going to set them back anymore. They're still very much in this game with a 3-1, with a 2-goal deficit essentially, but they've got to get the offense going in order to do that. Goaltending has come up big for them, and they've been able to hang in this game, but there's been a couple defensive lapses as well that they're going to have to get sorted out for themselves. So look for more shots, look for more speed, look for crisper passes, get the pucks in deep, win the board battles. They've got a big second and third period ahead of them, but if they can come out on top the second period, it's going to be a whole new game going into the third. So that's what you got to look for. Come back in about 11 minutes and 30 seconds for the second period. Thanks, guys.
And we welcome back here to Morgantown as the second period is just under way here as West Virginia trying to come back from down 2 goals here to begin the second. Here, Davio Martin fighting for it. Gets it up ahead, it's Dale Quadre. Dale Quadre now. Dale Quadre will send it along. Woods was the one giving chase there. Davio comes in there, he pins it along the boards. Or excuse me, that's Hartz, not Woods. And that shot right out in front there of Lurch. There's right in there Martin.
You know what, that was a pretty good chance there because Lurch didn't know where the puck was. And if it came free, West Virginia was probably going to be the one able to bury that one.
Deacon will backhand it out to center ice. There's Henry, takes it back. Henry's shot. That one was deflected on the way into Lurch.
I think Lurch might have also got a piece of that off the paddle.
Yeah. West Virginia sends it back on in now. There, West Virginia throwing it here pretty early here as Woods tried to get it down to a bond a little too far out in front. Henry's shot on in, that one's going to be blocked out in front. John Carroll now trying to get up ahead, good defense there from West Virginia. Okay, brings on his shot, went high and wide. There, and here comes West Virginia down the other way. It's Woods. Woods lost the puck on the way in. And back the other way, it's Plinta. Plinta holds it along the boards, now sends it along. Battling for it now behind the net. This one's sent up along the boards now. Hackett tried to get it up ahead. There, it's halted for a moment. Haban fight for it. Haban across. There, no goal there. And West Virginia want the penalty. Nothing came.
I'll be honest, Ian, I might have wanted that penalty too. Haban using his size to his advantage. And when he's using his size to an advantage, the defender only has a couple options. And one of those options is to try and get the stick in there and just try to disrupt Haban's flow. Yeah, but see, I don't know. I think that might have been just good defense down at this end.
Saved there from Hall, but West Virginia certainly was looking for the hook or the hold on that one. But nothing came from the hands of the referee, and
well,
so
and like I said,
play.
It's Haban doing the things that Haban usually does. He uses that big frame he's got, and he just drills through people, and he's going to hold on to the puck. But the problem is sometimes that can draw out of situations where it looks like there's a penalty when there isn't, just because of the size difference.
West Virginia now sends it up ahead. It's Karen. Get it across there, Sokol now. Sokol with it, gets it back over the point now. Shot in on net. That one's going to be deflected and cross there. Karen missed the net on that shot there from the slot. Another opportunity went past the net.
And he put it in the right spot too. He just put it a little too high. It just needed to be that top right corner. It was unguarded. And man, he's going to want that one back.
There's Hart's in on it. His shot gets blocked out in front. West Virginia with the chances here early on in the second period here. As that one almost turned over again from John Carroll as they take the shot there, saved with the glove from Hall.
Yeah, West Virginia knocking on the door. It's like a knock-knock joke. Knock-knock, who's there?
And so far, Lurch has had the answers on the other end.
Lurch has been the one saying, who can it be now? If you get the song reference.
That one's going to be taken away, and West Virginia able to get it to center ice.
It just barely comes out of the zone.
Yeah. So John Carroll going to retreat all the way back to behind their own net and look to push it up ahead. Now with it, it's LaGreca. LaGreca brings it on in there. And that's going to be denied in the corner from West Virginia. So on the boards across to Shea now. Shea sends it across there. Now it's up ahead there. Hart's in on it. Hart's has control of it. He bats around and finally gets control. And then it's taken right back from the Blue Streaks.
What a move from Hartz down there to keep possession of the puck. I know he didn't get the shot off, but still, that doesn't make that any less impressive.
Barber sends it on in. There, West Virginia fight for it, take it away, and Woods doesn't put it into the back of the net. Ransom iron. I thought that one was in the back of the net for Woods, but it rang iron.
And it went off the post and went across the goal line. Boy, that was close.
Somehow that's where you wish we had instant replay here.
Well,
take a look at that one.
Well, I'm willing to bet that this is turning into, not instead of knock-knock, this is turning into a battering ram.
As Woods driving on it again, this one's going to be poked all the way down from John Carroll. There, so West Virginia will have to retreat. Try to get it up to a Bond, couldn't. There's Tuggy. Is in on it for John Carroll there. And now we'll have a battle for it. In the corner, it's Brackett in on it for West Virginia. They're still battling up along the wall. They're still being pinned up along the boards. Buck is finally free loose from that side around. Barber picks it up. He gets it to Bond. And up ahead comes Haban now. Haban will drive it on in. His shot saved there from Lurch, and he's just going to cover this one up for the whistle with 13:52 left to go.
Well, I'm going to take this moment to talk about the crowd that's here this afternoon. A lot of people in this building. I looked at the attendance number down there during the intermission report. Unofficially, 310.
It's a lot of people here for the second straight weekend it is. The second straight weekend that we've had a big crowd on hand for the D1 team.
And it's been awesome. The barn's been loud.
And you can only imagine what it's going to be like here in 2 weeks when West Virginia is hosting the playoffs here. As Blue Streak streaking down the ice here. Shot saved there from Hall. There, and then this one's going to be sent all the way down, and this is going to be icing against West Virginia. But even one thing to note here on the West Virginia side of things, too, is West Virginia missing Nick Bruno in this game as well.
Yeah. Very key player that West Virginia is not having right now. But I'm going to be honest with you, the offense has looked fine without him, which is a surprise to me. You know, maybe he gives them a little bigger of an edge, but they've been just fine.
That one's going to be deflected there, and that one's going to find the netting above Hall's head. Hall's head. So we've had a few whistles here back to back. There, because we're 13:28, approaching the halfway mark of this game. West Virginia down 2, plenty of time left to go. Eakin now, that one's going to be deflected again and go out of play.
Boy, clock feels like it's been in slow motion here. Gonna need a flux capacitor. West Virginia gonna have another defensive zone.
Mentioned too, we do have two Deacons on the team. It's Sean Deacon and Luke Deacon. Luke Deacon, the defenseman.
The teams this weekend with the multiple players. Last night, St. Vincent had six players that, not all six of them having the same name, but it was 3 pair that had the same name.
Another pair here. That one crunched up along the boards there. Deacon picks it on in for a moment there. Sokol slam it into the wall.
He threw himself into the wall.
Yeah. Well, West Virginia takes the puck away, and here they come.
Oh, and here we go. Karen here at the back of the play. was getting a little bit chippy there with Mitchell.
One up ahead now. Davio has it for West Virginia. He's going to get knocked off the puck, though. So, and now we'll have a battle for it along the boards here as John Carroll sends it behind the West Virginia netminder. And Poole will send it back there for Davio. Davio with control. He sends it up ahead, but that one's going to be knocked down there from Cronin. Cronin, he's going to get knocked off the puck there from Hartz. Hartz takes it away.
That was a Mountaineer sandwich.
Cronin picks it back up. He tries to center it there, but all over it was West Virginia as they get out to center ice. Hartz picks it up and brings it on in up ahead, but right back does it from the Blue Streaks here is up ahead. It's Plinto. He gets knocked off the puck. And back across now into the slot there and could not get a shot on goal. As here comes West Virginia, it's Henry. He'll dump it cross corner now. Shea was in on it. Hart's in on there as well for West Virginia, but John Carroll comes away with it, and they'll get it up ahead here. It's Plinto with it. Plinto has control of it. He gets it down there for Cronin. There, we're fighting for it.
And Hall's
there.
without his glove. And
yeah,
oh boy, here we go.
Wow, yeah, and more words being exchanged after the whistle. Whistle was blown, as Richard mentioned. Hall's glove was knocked off his hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the reason for the whistle, because I was always under the assumption it's if the mask comes off, the whistle will blow, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
I don't believe that applies to the glove.
If that's the case, I don't know why they blew the whistle. Still there, but anyways, we're back underway now. John Carroll has it. Their shot there. That one's going to be glove saved there from Hall. And West Virginia clearing the crease. 11:06 left to go. Feels like 10 minutes ago. I said we were almost halfway through the game. Davis, we've been moving it. We've been moving slowly here these last couple minutes. Tied up here in West Virginia. Has it. At a 3-on-2 if they hurried, but John Carroll with the good back check. So John Carroll takes it away though, and Haban almost had the turnover. There's Quinn is able to pinch Alley up against the wall there right in front of us as the puck is going to find its way into the West Virginia zone behind their own net. There, that's going to be lost right out in front. Hall stretches the pad to make the save. It's still loose out front. Hall saves it. It's still loose. Hall goes diving across the crease and makes the save, and that is going to get an ovation from the crowd.
Wow. That's all I have to say about that. Hall does a Marc-Andre Fleury-esque save and just dives. I mean, I don't know how he got a piece of that either, because it's been the West Virginia Mountaineers type of luck today for that to hit Hall in some way and still end up in the back of the net. But man, Hall had a shaky start to the game, but after that, it's been rock solid here in the second period.
Up ahead, Davio moving on in. Send it along the boards. There's Brackett now, send it on in. There, John Carroll, though, picks it up. There, and it's up ahead now. It's Martin, has it. Martin right into the slot there. Couldn't quite connect with Deacon on that one. There's Stouffer, sends it up along the boards there. We're battling for it there.
Oh, and Brackett's still.
Brackett, you should again.
Oh, yeah. Them two are going to be going at it later today.
Martin in on it. Fed on the pass there was Poole, but Poole was able to corral it again himself. Poole, you're up ahead, try to get it up ahead to Glamkowski. It's back now, though, for Henry. Up ahead, Glamkowski off his stick. There's Plinta, sends it down. West Virginia picks it up, gets it over now, Poole. Poole gets it over. Now it's Glamkowski with it. Glamkowski is just going to send this one on in. West Virginia's going to make a change here. Here's John Carroll. He's able to flip it out of the zone. Henry will pick it up right at his own blue line. He gets it across here. It's Briggs now. Briggs. Bring it on in. Briggs. Excuse me, that's Barber out there now, not Quint. Not Briggs, excuse me. That one's center now. There, West Virginia has it. That one, Dale Quadra, or McLaughlin, excuse me, apologies. They're out in front. It's poked loose there, but West Virginia couldn't poke it in. They're about for it, McLaughlin. That one's going to be cleared, though, from the blue streaks back. Schmidt has it. Schmidt now off the stick there, McLaughlin. McLaughlin now gets it over to Hartz. Hartz tries to send it across there. That one's going to be blocked, but he gets it back now. Hartz sends it in the slot there, but that one's going to be taken away there from Tuggy.
Well, it was a smart move from Hartz to hold on to that puck, because if he tried to pass it, it was going to get deflected and probably would have been going right back the other way very quickly. So it was a smart move. West Virginia still not out of this.
As icing was the call, so that was set up an offensive zone face-off. Ref directing some traffic to get those bodies back on the ice there for John Carroll.
Yeah, they're going to have some tired bodies out there. West Virginia having some sustained zone pressure. And they're really trying to get a change.
The refs are not having it at all.
John Carroll had too many on there for a second.
As we're finally got things sorted out, John Carroll was able to clear this. He's going to go all the way down, but they are going to win the foot race to the icing, and now they'll get the change they wanted.
Well, this is really confusing to me, because John Carroll, some of the players were complaining, but they were going to be the sixth man on the ice, which would have been too many, and it would have been a bench minor. So not really sure where that came from. Also, I'm going to say this because I think it's pertinent. Penalty free.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm like, should I say it or should I not say it?
Well, here it comes.
Richard said it,
well,
so.
Here comes the penalty here in about 2 minutes.
Yep, we will see a penalty here in the next 7 minutes, probably before this period comes to an end, as Hart sends it along the board there. It's out in front. There now, Poole is able to send it back, tries to get it in for Hartz there in the slot. Could not do so as it's kept in there. West Virginia really sustaining the zone pressure here.
And this is the first time we've really seen them this game be able to do this, and it's really nice to watch. I would have let that puck try and go all the way down.
Right on cue, though. It's cleared there in West Virginia. It trickles back on in. There, John Carroll still hasn't been able to get it past the red line here in a minute.
West Virginia standing them up at their own blue line.
Yep.
And here comes the penalty.
Yep, here comes the penalty. And Haban with his arms raised, he is confused on that one. Interference. The call, and that is the penalty we're going to have here. And Haban with his arms raised, he is confused.
Take a look at this one more time. Yeah, I'm going to say that's interference. Ian, I don't know if you want to take a look at it.
But
so Haban will go to the box, and this will be the first power play for John Carroll this afternoon.
Yep, Tuggy has it back over the point. They're down Cronin. There, Barber tried to clear it, could not, as Tuggy's able to keep it in. He'll get it across. It's Deacon. Tuggy, Cronin drives on it. His shot there, missed the net there, and that one's going to go all the way down. Well, not all the way down, but back into the John Carroll zone. For West Virginia, good penalty killing here as Deacon lost an edge. here, but Cronin brings it back. Now as that one sent across the crease. Back up now for Deacon. Deacon still has it on his stick now. Zach Cronin sends it along. Deacon gets it back for Cronin. Back up Tuggy. Back across Cronin. Back for Dougie. His shot there went wide.
Oh, and
Tuggy he broke his stick. Yeah, he broke his stick on that one.
They're going to have to clear that stick out of there.
Yeah, so we have a stick on the ice, and Woods takes it away. And here comes West Virginia. It's Fowler and Woods. Fowler lost an edge, though. Still somehow got it in on Lurch. And he makes the save there.
And you know, that whole situation stems from that broken stick that was in the middle of the ice. The puck had to go around it, so then West Virginia was able to higher press because they couldn't get a pass off with that stick in the way. Then they jump up on the 2-on-1, and just unfortunate, Fowler lost his balance because that probably could have been a shorthanded goal, and West Virginia going to get an offensive zone face-off on the penalty kill.
Yeah, 41 seconds remain on the penalty kill here. Hart at the face-off circle. John Carroll is able to win it here, but West Virginia is in there. There's a couple players back. Hartz is still in there providing the pressure. There, Shea almost had it, but he got beat. But it's up at Martin now. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Here's Martin is serving. He'll get behind the net now. There. John Carroll, 7 seconds to go. That one's going to be taken away from West Virginia. It's Hartz with it right out of the box. Comes Haban. There. Quinta gets it up ahead there. Martin. Now Poole was in on it, and Martin's pass went
West
through
Virginia's
the legs.
They're going to have a good opportunity here.
Yeah, it's in on it. It's Karen. His shot there off the pad of Lurch. There, West Virginia.
That is forechecking at its finest. West Virginia recognized that John Carroll was in the middle of a change. They had the three bodies, and they jumped on the opportunity and got a nice shot off.
Good stick with there from the West Virginia defense. Here's it's then going to be picked up here. Sokol knocks it ahead. McLaughlin giving chase to it. There, and we're going to have it right into the boards here. One gets across. Sokol will pick it up again. He'll send it back. There, and now it's back over point. Henry, his shot, that one's going to be deflected into the corner. There, never made its way to Lurch. Henry keeps it in, though. Or no, that one's going to be offsides. There.
Yeah, it just barely went over the line.
.307 left to go here in the second period. West Virginia down 2. Looking to make this game within 1 heading into the second intermission. Here's Rackett is able to send this one on in. West Virginia has done a very good job forechecking in this second period.
Well, maybe now they're taking the battering ram and starting to hit the door with it. And it might be a steel door.
This one's going to be all the way down. Icing is going to be waved off.
It might be a steel door that might take a couple hits in order for it to open, but West Virginia, they are going to get one here soon.
You know, Lurch coming in, 3.76 goals against.
Nothing to sneeze at. It's not,
no.
You know, not great, not terrible.
No.
Pretty average.
Yeah.
But if an average player has a good game, that's a recipe for success.
Glemkowski, though, now. Brain on in. Glemkowski's shot. Glove save there from Lurch.
Now, that was a very nice job by Lurch there. He kept the glove close to the pad, so when he tried to flip it up over the pad, the glove was right there to get it. And he gets a congratulations from some of his teammates.
Of course, though, West Virginia has the offensive zone draw here. Fowler is going to be taking it for West Virginia. Be up against Samuel Herr. And Herr is able to win it for John Carroll. But West Virginia Again, doing a really good job forechecking out in front of the slot there known as home, though, for West Virginia. Tuggy bringing it up ahead there. Schmidt in with the defense. Back of the point there for John Carroll. And
behind the play here.
Behind the play.
Fowler. That's why it looked like there was less players on the ice.
Luke Deacon.
Fowler and Deacon got into it.
And
Fowler doesn't have his bucket.
Deacon's going to be heading to the box.
Going to the box.
With
and so is Fowler.
151.
They're both going.
They're both going to go.
Oh, boy. This must have been a pretty big scrap that we missed.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that there was only 4 guys up ahead.
Well, Fowler's bucket got knocked off somehow, and they're chirping at each other in the box now.
That's going to be a fun conversation to be right in the middle of if you're the guys that are the fellow interns there in the box.
I have to call up Patrick and see what was going on down there.
Yeah, see what was being said.
Well, it's going to be 4-on-4 now, so I think as of right now, this might benefit West Virginia more.
So each player is going to get a 2-minute for holding.
For holding, that's generous. Fowler had his bucket on the ice.
Yeah, I don't know how
that
Fowler's
could be.
bucket wired up on the ice, but
For a holding penalty.
yeah. Anyways, West Virginia brings it in. Here, Briggs with it. He sends it along. There, Woods is able to get it. Woods. There, tries to get it across. Could not. Haban takes it back, though. Haban with it. Haban.
Using his height. Look at that.
Yeah. Real good job from Haban as he flicks this one into the netting.
And that's got to frustrate the Blue Streaks because he had his arm just outstretched just far enough where you can't get the puck, and he was taunting him a little bit. That's a bond for you. And he's going to be missed within this program.
He certainly is. We were talking on the way over here. And
only got one more home game left.
Yeah.
On Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, yep. That'll be the makeup game from when that big snowstorm hit us. We'll get back to that here in a moment as Zach Hall with the answer as the shot came in from Maui for the Blue Streaks. There, but yeah, back to that Wednesday night. We'll be with you for some Wednesday night hockey here this Wednesday as Mercyhurst makes its way to town. That's the makeup game we had from when that giant snowstorm hit us just a couple weekends ago. Here, as 30 seconds remain here in the period. Shot there, and John Carroll puts it into the back of the net. There, and that's going to make it 4-1. John Carroll with 26 seconds. That is not how West Virginia wanting to go into the locker room now down 3.
That's going to make it 4-1. John Carroll, 26 seconds. That is not.
Again, it's one of them situations where West Virginia has done everything right. They just haven't gotten the results. Be interested to see how this third period goes. Down by 3 now.
Yeah, Glemkowski's going to send that right into the netting.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for West Virginia.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate and frustrating if you're.
And this game's been weird.
West Virginia, yeah.
It doesn't feel like the score should be 4-1.
No.
But I also think that Hall having a shaky start in the first period has a lot to do with that.
Yep.
I think probably the first 2 that John Carroll got were a bit lucky on their part.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to discredit them. They've played a really good game, and they've taken advantage of the opportunities they've had. So you can't be mad at them for that.
Yeah. Well, Coach Gutek won Coach of the Year last year. Let's see what kind of tricks he's got up his sleeve as West Virginia is down 4-1, heading into the second intermission. 20 minutes remain. West Virginia looking to score 3 goals next period to even this one up.
Welcome to the second intermission report. Pretty heartbreaking period here for the Mountaineers as they're now down 4-1. You know, I'd like to say that the Mountaineers, they truly had all the momentum and motivation of that period. They kind of sucked the life out of John Carroll for the most part in that second period, and then a very late goal out of John Carroll puts them up 4-1 on West Virginia. West Virginia had a plethora of chances that they just couldn't quite capitalize on throughout the period, which is quite frustrating. But you know, the important thing is they need to be able to keep the momentum that they have. They have to take the positives out of that period and say, how can we go into this third period and gain from it? Coach Kutek will give them a little pep talk in the locker room, get them ready for this third period. They've got a big task ahead of them, but whatever they've got left in the tank for this third period, they've got to be able to put to use in order to get themselves back into this game. Even if they can snag a few goals, it's going to be a morale booster, but you know they want to win this game more than anything. So the boys have got to get their rest in the locker room. They've got to come out hard. They've got to do the exact same thing they did. The defense looked very strong. They held John Carroll in the defensive zone when they were putting shots on net. They looked fantastic. They looked strong. And Hall made some great saves for West Virginia in that period. He's got to be able to not let any more in the net. West Virginia forwards and defensemen have got to do their thing, shutting them down and put the goals in the net, and they'll be okay for the third period. Come back shortly for the third period coming up next.
And welcome back here to Morgantown, West Virginia, here at the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. And West Virginia is down 3. So they have a lot of work to do here, Richard, in this third period. 20 minutes and 3 goals are needed.
Well, I'm going to take the piece of paper you're reading from, flip it upside down and backwards and take a look at it. I think that John Carroll has got to be very happy with the way they've played in this game. They've taken advantage of when West Virginia's had a bad turnover. They've taken advantage of those forechecking opportunities. West Virginia right now is doing everything right. They just need to get the puck into the back of the net. That's about one thing they haven't done in this game. So we'll have to see if they can finally get some pulverized rubber to touch some net.
Yeah, had a little bit of a shaky start to start off this game, and then have kind of found their footing ever since then, but might be too little too late.
And I think that the shaky start is really what killed this game for West Virginia. Being down too early. I mean, right now this could be a 1-goal game if those 2 at the beginning don't happen, but you can't think about the ifs and buts.
Yep. The penalty now, the 4-on-4 has come to an end. We had about 9 seconds, I think, left on there before the period started.
Well, it will be a moot point.
But that one's going to be sent on in. John Carroll has possession of it there. Obon knocks it down off the glass there, and that's going to be taken away, almost taken away there by Del Quadre. It's Martin now. Martin sends it on Hall. He's going to redirect it to the corner. And here comes Del Quadre up the other way. Del Quadre's shot, that one just went wide of the net. There, Barber, his shot there, saved there by Lurch. All the way down Hall out of the crease, and he'll send it up ahead for Harts.
It's a dangerous play by Hall, but you know what? It was calculated, and it was calculated correctly.
Del Quadre battling for it now in the corner there. Harts. Up ahead there, right out her, fanned on it. There's West Virginia trying to go in here. This one's going to be all the way down into the John Carroll zone. They'll send it all the way back now. Sokol. That one's up ahead. That one's past Karen now. Karen giving chase after it. He's going to win the foot race to the battle. It's out in front of Lurch there. It's still being poked around, and Lurch is able to cover it up for the whistle.
Lurch looked up like he was starting to jaw at somebody. Man, I mean, that was a nice save. So we'll see. Now, once again, West Virginia, they've had the opportunities. They just haven't been able to get that finishing burial and that final nail in the coffin to get the puck into the back of the net.
Yeah. This one's sent around here. Schmidt sends it back. West Virginia is trying to get the puck in the back of the net as that one bounced over the stick of Schmidt. Going in, West Virginia onside there. Good job by West Virginia. Brings on in. Shot there is going to be blocked. There, Hart's able to keep it in.
And it was a really good job to tag up to keep that onside. Great heads-up hockey IQ play.
But the Blue Streaks now bring it down the other way here. Behind the net. West Virginia will take that one away. It's Hart's. He gets it across McLaughlin, and McLaughlin sends it down. Lurch out of his net to play it. He'll just keep it there behind the net. He left it off for Shea. Schmidt sends it deep. Brackett. Play a bit of cat and mouse here. Brackett couldn't quite get it. Hart's couldn't keep it in. As John Carroll gets it up ahead, right in on Hall, and Hall just dives on top of that one for the save.
Well, that was good work from Hall just to cover it up.
16:26 left to go. West Virginia's going to have to find a way. Put pucks in the back of the net here in a hurry. if they're going to want a chance in this game. A Bond is able to clear it, but John Carroll will bounce right back on it. And they'll push it up ahead here again. It's Deacon. His shot, glove save there from Hall. John Carroll wins the faceoff. Their shot there, that one took off and found the netting. There from Tuggy. 16:01 now.
John Carroll trying to put the icing on the cake. I can honestly say I think if John Carroll puts one more in, I think that might seal it for them. Just because with how much, we're in the third period here, and I don't think that either team is going to score more than one goal here.
15:49 left to go, but West Virginia is able to win it, and they'll get it out of the zone for the moment as John Carroll sends it back in. West Virginia now. That errant pass found its way out and found its way into the stick of Stouffer. Stouffer will bring that one on in here, and John Carroll will take it right on back. But that one's going to be taken back. It's Barber now. Barber with it. He'll around his own net. He'll weave it back behind his own net there for Schmidt. And West Virginia is able to get it out to center ice now. That one's going to be back in though. Schmidt picks it up. Schmidt, that one up the head. That one's off the stick there, Del Quadre. As that one taken away from Karen there, but he couldn't quite get full control as Tuggy comes down the other way. He gets taken down to the ice there, so West Virginia will reset from behind their own net.
Taken down, he was wrangled.
As this one's up ahead, and that will be icing against the Mountaineers.
Been a slow couple of minutes here in this one.
Certainly has, but honestly at this point I think West Virginia's a fan of that. Fan of that is they need as much time as they can possibly get here. That one's sent in on Lurch. He'll knock that one aside. And John Carroll's just going to send this one all the way down the length of the ice, and this will be icing on John Carroll. Hartz, Glimkowski, bracket out there for West Virginia. If there's a line you want to do it, it's certainly going to be this one. The three outstanding freshmen on this Mountaineers team this year. This one's across there, and that one is out of the reach of Davio. There and off to the races. Tuggy bringing on in. Shot there, save there. Front, or no, never mind. That one's in the back of the net. Football had it, and then it found its way into the back of the crease.
Initial save. That's happened twice in this game. Been a rough day at the office there for Zach Hall back there in the crease. But we're still got to play these last 14 minutes. If you're Zach Hall, don't want to lose your head.
See what happens here. West Virginia going to have to try to do something maybe to pick up their goaltender here.
Preferably, you'd like to get one right back real fast.
Certainly would, as that shot right in on there, but Lurch makes the save.
West Virginia's just not getting enough traffic in front of the net. They're taking good shots. They just need to look for a redirection or some screen right in the front. Just a lot of their shots are pretty easy saves.
That one sent in. Haban was the guy in front of the net that time. But it's back to center ice now for Barber. Gets it back to Haban. Haban across now to Woods. Barber sends the shot there. That one went high and wide.
Now see, that was the opposite. They had the screen in the front, just the shot goes wide.
You had that top corner, and that's what Barber was aiming for, but couldn't hit the target. It's kept in now by West Virginia here. Sends it across there. Do have a body in front now for West Virginia, but he's going to come away now. And the arm is up by the referee, and we're going to have a penalty upcoming.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to go here.
It's either going to be Fowler or Cronin.
Fowler's been involved in a couple here today.
Or maybe it's going to be both of them going again. Yep, it's going to be both of them.
It's going to be both. So this will be the second time Fowler's been involved in one. Different John Carroll player both times, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember who the first one was.
And they're still chirping back and forth there in the penalty box.
So now it's going to be 4-on-4. Well, West Virginia still gets the offensive zone faceoff, so.
Yeah. Shea got tied up there. They're kept in by Briggs. Good nifty move there from Briggs at the line. And the arm is up there by and Shea is going at it now.
I think this might be a 4-on-3.
I believe it's Deacon.
Don't see that every day.
No, it's going to be Shea heading the box there.
Oh, no.
So it's going to be 4-on-3 for John Carroll. I was thinking for a moment it was going to be Deacon from John Carroll.
Well, it's going to be 4-on-3, which you don't see every day. This isn't something you practice.
No.
So this will be different, to say the least.
West Virginia just looking for the clear. They're just, at this point, looking to get out of this game. Aim here is that one's going to be put into the back of the net, and that's going to be 6-1 now.
Things you practice. And then it goes back door. Just a good pass. Shot from the end of it. So
we'll be back to 4-on-4 now.
Yes, it should be back to 4-on-4 for them. It's still the next minute 33.
Yeah.
They're going to have to try to figure out to get the penalty boards. And they got it there. They just put zeros up there.
Henry brings it on in and save there from Lurch.
Well, this close game has very quickly turned into a rout in this third period.
Yeah, this is not how West Virginia hoped to perform here on Senior Day. It has been a rough one here in the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. We still got 12:21 left to go, as that shot is going to be snagged out of the air there from Lurch.
I mean, in the terms of the greater whole weekend, you got to think this is a success. I mean, you split 2 games, yes, but I think last night's game makes up for the loss today. If things stay where they're at.
There, that one went wide though, but West Virginia still setting things up here. Yeah, and Henry has been involved in a lot of it down here right now. As that shot in there, let me say there from, shot came from McLaughlin, I believe.
And Lurch actually makes a very nice move there to keep the clock running instead of freeze it, because John Carroll just wanted to kill wants to kill these last 11 and a half minutes and just call it a day. Smart not to freeze it.
Pull shot there, save there from Lurch. He's just gonna, the ref was just kind of wanting to play it too at this point.
Yeah,
he didn't blow the whistle, but.
Well, that time Lurch had it in the glove, so he just wanted to hang on to it. And the referee had a conversation with him, didn't know if he was going to play it or not.
This one's down though, but even if you're West Virginia now, you got to all of a sudden quick turnaround in 2 days or 3 days basically. You're back playing here against Mercyhurst,
which is very unusual for an ACHA team, usually playing only on the weekends.
Yep.
It's very
some Wednesday night hockey, but
very different to play a game in the middle of the week.
We'll see if we'll get all that figured and straightened out here, but
the 4-on-4 is over.
Yeah. Hartz brings it on in. Hartz rips the shot, went wide. Pool now. Pool up ahead to Aban. Aban sends this one on in, but it's going to get stopped right there among the boards here. There, that one's sent across. They're not able to connect, though, as Hartz picks it up now. Hartz brings that one up ahead. Shea will tip it on up ahead. This one's sent around. Here we'll have a battle for it now, and we clear the other side, and John Carroll will pick it up. John Carroll will send this one on in. And West Virginia will send it almost right back out. There is Ushindi, who's able to keep it on in there. Shea will poke this one on up ahead, but it's going to be right back to him. That one's in the skates now, Ushindi, as John Carroll is able to take care of it, though. Quinn is able to knock that one down, push it up ahead. John Carroll will regain control now in their own zone, push it up ahead. That one out of the stick of maroon there. Bed, it's Brackett. Brackett with it. His shot is going to be glove saved there from Lurch. 9-10 left to go here. 6-1, John Carroll, and
I have to give these Mountaineers fans a lot of credit. They have stuck around.
Yeah.
Only a few have left.
Yeah. It seems like they're slowly starting to trickle out, but a lot of them are going to stick around here. It appears to be, as this one is all but over here.
Yeah, and I think this stoppage might be one of the ones where start to see some more trickling out of here.
Yeah. Looking over here to our right, see a few fans getting up here starting to trickle out. Beat the traffic on out of here.
And you know, it's nice to say that this team has traffic to beat. It's been a lot of fun seeing these large crowds out here.
Certainly has.
In Milan Park. If you haven't gotten a chance to come out here and watch a game, I highly encourage you to do so.
Certainly a beautiful rink, and you'll have a chance Wednesday night, but if you can't make it out, February 20th starts the playoffs here at home for West Virginia. West Virginia, unfortunately, due to right issues, we do not have the rights here to broadcast that one. But I'm sure if you follow on the socials, they'll get it out there on how you can watch it there if you are not able to make it here for those playoff games. And this Mountaineers team, despite today's game, has a bright playoff picture ahead here for them for the season they have done. And you know that big ranked win they had last night is going to play a huge factor into the seedings. This one's going to be dumped opposite corner now.
Well, that's the thing about this Division I in the ACHA. Any team can win on any given night. And I think we're seeing that just this weekend.
As offside is going to be the call against West Virginia. 7:47 now left to go.
And also, if you haven't picked up a shirt or a hoodie or a jersey or anything, the team store, I believe you can still visit that on Facebook.
I believe that's online. Yep, you can
If I'm correct.
find that through online, or that should be a link to it on our website there as well.
There's going to be a
Shot
penalty
there, yep,
upcoming
there's
here.
going to be a penalty upcoming.
I think this is going to be on the Mountaineers.
Interference. Apparently it's going to be, it's going to be against the Mountaineers based on the reaction there from John Carroll, who's...
Based on that reaction, I would think that Fowler got the penalty. I don't think that's the case, though.
No, I don't even know if he was on the ice. I don't know who got the penalty. As no one's going to the box. Well, it's Sokol.
Yep, they're going to give Sokol. Oh, this is going to be a penalty shot.
It's going to be a penalty shot. As they'll bring it on in there, and Hall is unable to make the save.
Really nice move there. Forehand to backhand. Not much you can do about that.
To this you do not see him at the front of the bench very often.
Well, Zermak, I'm going to take away the good from that. Zermak, I mean, that's a heck of a stick handle and a great shot there. Kutek trying to get an explanation, obviously, as to why that's a penalty shot. And he's going to be disagreeing with the guys in black and white, I have a feeling.
And this has probably just gone on all game, and just kind of was kind of the breaking point. Is there's a few we mentioned that just was not called for John Carroll. In fact, West Virginia has not had a power play tonight when there's been a couple of opportunities where I believe they should have had a power play. But nonetheless, it's 7-1 now.
And that's going to become a moot point there, Ian, with the way the score line is.
Just one of those things that kind of gets mentioned because you never know how that could have changed the game there early on when this was still a pretty tight game.
Well, it's nights like these in the third period when you sometimes start to contemplate why you're here or why you want to play, but you know that it's also nights like these that are just a part of the game. And there's a broken stick down here, and
yeah, Lurch makes the save down at the other end.
well, there's a broken stick. It was one of the John Carroll players was screaming that
Utek's
West Virginia
still not happy with the officials. Doesn't appear like a lot of people are very happy right now in the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. And once again, the same thing as last night. You can just tell energy has been sucked out of this building. It is dead quiet in here.
And you feel bad for the seniors on their senior day.
Yep.
Oh boy, that was another big scrum.
Yeah, but if you're West Virginia here too, I mean, you got to keep your head. You got a game on Wednesday. Don't want to get yourself into too much trouble and wind up not being able to play in that one.
6:26 to go. John Carroll's just trying to kill the clock and come out of here with a win. It'll be a good win for John Carroll. They needed this.
They were able to beat Duquesne last night on their senior night. She has a cross save there from Lurch. Rebound opportunity is another save from Lurch.
Been like that all game. West Virginia getting some good opportunities. Just, again, weren't able to find the back of the net, and then it kind of devolved here late in the third period. But, start this period, we have to remember there was only 4-1.
Yeah. And that fourth goal came late in the second. So it's really been, I'd say, about the last 21 minutes here as this game ends. It's been all John Carroll, but before that, it was after the slow start, it was all Mountaineers, and then
it was all Mountaineers, but they just couldn't get on the score sheet.
Yeah, they just could not find a way to get onto the score sheet, and
you'll have that happen from time to time.
Yep,
it's like a baseball team that's playing perfect defense, but just can't get a hit.
Basically, Glamkowski is the only goal scorer for West Virginia, and the only other player that's really been on the score sheet has been Fowler, except for the wrong reasons.
Fowler's been involved in 2 pretty big scrums tonight.
Yeah, he's been in the box for quite a bit of this one. The Stoffer sends this along the boards now. West Virginia just trying to maybe put one in the back of the net to go on to end this game on a high note. Here's Glamkowski's battling for it in the corner. Here, and this one's back out. Now it's Poole. Gets it across Davio. Davio up ahead off the stick of Sokol, and that one's going to find the bench of John Carroll. With 4:22 now left to go.
Well, like you said, Ian, if you're West Virginia at this point, 4 minutes left, just don't do anything stupid that's going to get you knocked out of the game for Wednesday, especially when these seniors, it will be their last home game on Wednesday.
Home regular season game, as well as have the home playoff game still to be played here as well, but
which those playoffs will be the last chance to catch some of this D1 team's best players over the last couple of years.
Yeah, Haban has
Delaquadre.
Haban Delaquadre. Then Henry coming in this year, actually. I believe Henry transferred in. He might have been here for past years if we go back and look at a roster. Apologies back home, not quite caught up on that information there. As this D1 team did have quite a few transfers there, as the John Carroll glove is down on the ice.
Oh, I found the culprit. That was Colin Cronin's glove.
As McLaughlin sends it on in now. And we are under 4 minutes to go now, and Lurch is just going to scoop that one on up. Not much left to say here for this one, as this one's just slowly winding down.
Not only 2 weekends left after this game is over.
Yeah, big one next weekend. You got the ranked women's team going to be returning back to home ice next weekend. That will be a fun one. D3 as well will be back at home as well for their final time. And then we'll finish up with the ranked women's team against Pitt. You have the good old backyard brawl on ice to start the year. You have the one to finish the year. So that will certainly be a fun one. And
that'll be February 21st, I believe.
Yep.
The last game of the season here for us.
Yep.
It's been a fun one. We, getting to that point in the season where you start to really reflect.
Yeah.
And the first whole season of this building.
Certainly is a beautiful building.
And it'll be ready for its next season, next year, with even more amenities.
Oh, yeah. You can we can already see this building is growing and growing here, and we cannot wait for next season to get underway.
And getting some character into the building as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be fun as well just to see the growth from everybody from the off season, as last year we had a lot of seniors leave the program here between D1 and D2.
Well,
and just so a lot of freshmen come in, their first year, you'll see the growth throughout this year, and then just next year just to see the continued growth.
well, this will be my last time to talk about this team, and I just cannot be happy enough with the way the freshmen have played this season. I think that this team's really got to, like you said, it'll be fun to see a lot of the growth that happens into next year. Specifically, Glemkowski, Brackett, Barber's going to be a senior next year. It's going to be fun to watch a lot of these guys grow into the guys that they're going to be. Oh, here it is.
And they scored ahead in the game. I believe that was Schmidt who put it in. Or no, that's Glemkowski again. Apologies. Glemkowski with the second goal of the game. Puts it into the back of the net. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Never mind, we got it up and working here. Glemkowski to bring one in.
Just as I was talking about it too. Really excited to see him grow into this role. So and Nick Bruno, ready to see him come into his own. Obviously not playing today, but
Yeah.
he's going to be a junior next year.
I mean, we'll talk about you even look at the three goaltenders, Zach Hall, AJ Gold, and Wyatt Slogis. Zach Hall not had the greatest game here today, but he's had a great season
General,
here. He got off to a bit of a rough start as facing a ranked Pitt team at that moment there to begin the season, so that one was a rough one for him.
But I think that Slogis has really proven himself this season. The freshman, same with AJ Golden, they really both have. So it's been pretty interesting to see that type of stuff going the way it has.
And if you're the coaching staff over there, Coach Waj, Coach Mike, and then Coach Kutek as well, you have all of them has got to be pretty happy with this team.
And you're going to be looking to chase some silverware in the near future.
Oh, yeah.
If not this year, I'd be saying that next year this team could be a contender if they play their cards right.
So, yeah, well.
I'm excited to see what this team has next year. So it's going to be fun. It'll be a nice offseason for them, and they're just going to let the clock run down here.
Yep, they'll just let the clock run down, and that will do it here for senior night. And unfortunately, West Virginia gets beat here on home ice on senior night, or senior day, apologies. And yeah, it wasn't exactly what they all hoped for this afternoon, but West Virginia, 3 days here, will look to rebound into Wednesday night's contest against Mercyhurst. So that will be another conference matchup, divisional matchup for them. And, they're second in the division for a reason, is this John Carroll team. 17, 11, and 2. They're about 50 points on the year up almost now after this one. So
it will be 50 points.
Yeah, it will be
year.
50 points, yeah.
So had a very fantastic year.
And I'm sure this John Carroll team is going to be making this trip back down to Morgantown here for the playoffs here as well. So, Mountaineers will have their chance for revenge in the postseason more than likely. So they'll hope to do all that here. And yeah, with that, we'll hopefully be back with you for Wednesday as they take on Mercyhurst if all the schedules align. And for that, Ian Murray, Rich Turkovich, Andrew Kakey, we thank you for joining us here on the Mountaineer Hockey Network. Have a great rest of your